Welcome back, guys. It's SPT Killerwood coming back at you again with another video here. Today I bring you episode 1 of my PS4 pickups. The games that I'm going to show you today is pretty much the games that I've gotten within the past few weeks. It's a pretty good little bit. I'm not going to really try to take too much time to talk about all of them because, I don't want the video to be too long. So yeah, let's just get started. First up we have is Anthem. I know, it's getting a lot of flack, for, controversial reasons. I've been playing it. It's not too bad. I mean, could it be a lot better? Sure. But is it horrible? It's not horrible, but it's not, what I'm saying? It is what it is, but it's not too bad. So we got Anthem. Next up is the Armello, the special edition from Sedesco. These games are really cheap. Some of the Sedesco games are kind of cheap. I don't know if I ever play it, but I'm just trying to kind of get the whole collection of the Sedesco games. So just another one for the collection. Next up is Astabreed from Limited Run Games. It's still sealed. I got this one from eBay. And I guess the seller, he just put it like in this little extra like little protection baggy thing or whatever. But the game is sealed. So yeah, Astabreed. It's another pretty good one from Limited Run Games. Next up is the Banner Saga Trilogy. It contains all 3 games. Picked this up, kind of cheap, not too expensive, but yeah, Banner Saga Trilogy. Next up we have Battlefield 1. I actually got this game when it first came out, paid $60 for it and played the hell out of it and then wound up trading it in. So it's like $3 or $4 now at GameStop or something like that. So wound up scooting it back up for the collection. Next up is the Battlefield 5. GameStop had this one on sale. I believe it was last weekend for like $25. I think, yeah, it was last Saturday for the Pro Day sale they had going on. So, I say, once it got cheap enough, I'd pick it up. So, $25, you know what I'm saying? It's worth that. I'm kind of itching for another, multiplayer game to play. And then I picked up the Battlefield Hardline. I had this one too when it first came out, and this one wasn't too much either. It was like $4 or $5, $6, something like that. So scooped it back up, just go back with the collection. Excuse me. Next up is the Book of Unwritten Tales Part 2. I'm assuming the first one never did come on physical copy, but got this one, and we'll play it eventually. But that's the Book of Unwritten Tales 2. Next up is Claudin Returns. This is Sengoku. I don't really know anything about it besides, it's an NIS game, and a lot of times it's kind of hard to find the NIS game, so it wasn't too expensive. I think it was like $7 or $8. It looks kind of, from the back, looks kind of very Zelda-ish, like it has like a Zelda vibe kind of going, so we'll see. Next up is Darksiders, the War Master Edition. Been looking for a little while at my stores for this one. Because every time I go to GameStop or something, they'd always have the the GameStop made cases or something like that. So I was actually finally able to get this one, and fit, with the actual case, and it was in really good shape. I played this on PS3. It was really good, so I had to get it for the PS4. So we got the first one, and then I got the second one. I got lucky and got both these at the same store because, like I said, it's just, for some reason, man, my GameStops around where I live, they just don't have these, or if they do, they're in the made cases. So, instead of having to resort to going to eBay to get them, I wanted to get them, locally where I could just go get them and pick them up. But I also played this one on PS3 as well, and it was really good. And then also on the Pro sale last week, they had the third one on sale for like $40. So I wound up going ahead and scooping it up as well. So I'll definitely be playing this one here as soon as I get through some of these other games that I have, because, man, I just got way too many games. But yeah, Darksiders 3. Next up is Destiny 2. I had this when it came out and, played it ridiculously and, got rid of it. Like a lot of my games, I just played them and then traded them in. So now I'm trying to go back and recoup, what I had. But, yeah, Destiny 2. So, next up is Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. I haven't ever played this one, so I'll definitely be, giving this one a go. Not sure if it's going to be good or not. If you've played it, leave a comment, let me know. Next up is the Dragon Quest Heroes, The World, Trees, Woe, and the Blight Below. That's a long title. But yeah, I got this pretty cheap. So yeah. It's kind of like a Dynasty Warriors kind of style game, but with the Dragon Quest characters. Next up, another game I got really cheap is Dungeons 2. I don't know anything about this game. I'm assuming maybe it's like a dungeon crawler. But they're cheap. So I'm just trying to pick up some of the cheap games to kind of build the collection up, some filler. I would love to have the whole run, but, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Dungeons 2. And then I got Dungeons 3, just, another one, same kind. Another game that I got that I'm looking forward to playing is the Earth Defense Force 4.1. For whatever reason also, this one's kind of hard to find at where I live, with the physical copy without having a GameStop case or whatever. So I finally found, a good copy of it and went ahead and got it for the collection. These games, they never are graphically good, but it's just so much fun to run around and just kill, big giant insects and robots and just have fun with it. So, but yeah, Earth Defense Force 4.1. Next up is Exist Archive. Hair or something right there. Got this one off eBay. It was really cheap. I think I paid like maybe $3 or $4 for it. Won it in an auction. It's definitely a lot better than paying, what was it, like $15 or so at GameStop. So, I try to go eBay route first. So at least that way, if I can save some money on eBay, then that's more money I have altogether to buy more games with. So, some games I get on eBay, some I get in GameStop. But yeah, Exist Archive. Don't really know much about it, but I'll give it a go at some point and see how it is. Another game in my collection that I'm putting back in my collection is the Far Cry 4. I had this when it first came out, played it, got the platinum on it. It's like $7 or $8 now, so wound up scooping it back up to put it back in the collection. Now I just got to get Primal, and then I'll have all of them so far as PS4 releases. Well, unless you want to count 3, but I don't know if I want to spend $25 or $30 for a physical copy of 3. Then I have the Far Cry New Dawn, which is the new one that just came out. I just went ahead and got it. I'll get to it eventually. So it's still sealed. And then next up is the God of War 3 remaster. I just went ahead and jumped on this one as well because, I love this game. To me, I think this is the best one in the series, even though the new one's pretty good. But as far as back on the originals, 3 was always my favorite. Next up is the Has Been Heroes. I don't really know much about this game. It was $4, so picked it up. This game right here I had to actually order on eBay. It's called The Inner World. I'm assuming this is the very first one because the other one is like the Wind Monk, or like the second one or something. As you can see, it's got the European rating system on it. So yeah, so I figured I had the first one, might as well go ahead and get this one as well. And it was sealed, but for apparent reason, it was kind of like the little plastic was kind of tore right up here at the top. You can kind of see that. I don't think it really matters. I'm going to open it up anyway, but they were claiming that it was completely, it's brand new, but you can just see that the seal is kind of tore a little bit. So I'll open it up eventually when I get ready to play it. And then another game that was on the Pro Day sale last week is Just Cause 4. I've always loved the Just Cause series. 3 was really good. This one, I heard mixed reviews about it, but, it was on sale for the Pro Day. I could have waited, until it probably went down to like $20, but, by the time that happens, that'll be like a year or so from now. So, because for some reason, the Just Cause games usually hold their value. So, it was like $40 or something. So I was like, I just went ahead and got it, just be done with it. Next up is the Lego Batman 3. I bought this when it first came out. Got this one on eBay for like $7. Got the platinum on it. Just another Lego game to add to my collection. And then we got the Lego Harry Potter collection. Got this one in the mail today, actually. I believe I paid $19 for this one. It was brand new. It was sealed. I went ahead and opened it up because I'll be playing this here soon. But yeah, this is the one that I haven't never actually. I played these on PS3, or at least one of them. I think it was what was it? Maybe year 1 through 4 or 1 through 5, whichever one it is. But the other one, the 5 through 7, I haven't played that one yet. So. And then another one that's kind of hard to find is the Lego Hobbit. For whatever reason, this one seems to be the elusive Lego game. It's considerably a little bit more expensive than some of the other ones for whatever reason. I guess maybe it might have been like a limited print run or who knows, but finally was able to get a decent copy of this. So I'm happy to have that back in my collection. I do have the plat on this as well when I played it when it first came out. That's my problem. I bought all these games back when they were all first coming out, and then, wound up trading them in like an idiot. So now I'm just trying to go back and get all my games back that I had in my collection. All right. Same deal with this one as well, too, was the Lego Marvel Superheroes. I got this in the mail today. The cover art's kind of crinkled up a little bit, so I'm going to have to try to find me another one at another store. But yeah, Lego Marvel Superheroes, got the platinum on this one as well. Yeah, just another Lego game to add. It was pretty fun though. I like that one. That one and the Marvel Superheroes 2. Next up is the Mirror's Edge Catalyst. This game did not do so well when it first came out. It kind of had bad reviews or whatever, but for like $6, I've never played it. I like the first one, so I'll give it a go and see how it is. Next up, we have Mother Gunship. I've been seeing this game several times in GameStop and always just kind of kept putting it back on the shelf. So today, or when I finally just say, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and get it. But yeah, Mother Gunship. Next up is the Odin Spear. It's made by Atlas. It's a really good game. It was basically almost like, I think this is like a remaster from PS3. Just went ahead and got it, before it gets too long, before you won't be able to find them, and then the price is going to start going up. I got it for like $20, so definitely a good price on that, I think. And yeah, it's a really good game though. All right, next up is another Sedesco game, is the Rogue Stormers. I have no clue what this game is, but yeah. Man, it looks like an action platformer maybe, like a 2D side scroller. That's what it looks like. Another one I found that I was actually going to order on eBay, and I just happened to actually find it in my GameStop, which is the first time I've seen this game in GameStop, but that is the Schoolgirl Zombie Hunters. I've seen some video on it. It looks okay. It's not the best, but I just, I think it was one of these titles that maybe, later on down the road might be very hard to find. So wound up going in and getting it, and that way it saved me from having to order it on eBay. Another one that's going to be pretty hard to find down the road is Secret of Mana. I believe this was a GameStop exclusive. So, you know, it's a Square Enix game. I haven't ever played it. Heard good things about it, so definitely gonna give this a go. Next up is Shadows Awakening. I'm thinking this is like another dungeon crawler game by Calypso. Don't really know much about it. I just don't really see it too much, you know, when I'm out looking for games. So, you know, I try to get the games sometimes that I don't see very often. You know, I try to get them first over, you know, the games that you just see all the time. So, but yeah, Shadows Awakening. Another game I got was Sinmora EX. You know, I heard it was really good. I haven't played it or nothing. A lot of these games I haven't played because I just pick them up. You know, they're not always like, you know, the first choice on my list to pick up. But, you know, I watch other people's videos and I see some of the games they have. So, you know, I sit back and take my notes and write some of these things down and try to find them myself. So, but yeah, Sinmora EX. Another game I got is the Sonic Mania Plus. You know, who don't love Sonic? You know what I'm saying? Everybody grew up, well, most of everybody grew up playing Sonic, you know, at least one point or another. But yeah, so I wound up getting this. It's got the cool slip cover and, you know, it's pretty thick. Comes with a book and all that. Next game is Space Hulk. I have no clue what this is. Even on the back of the case, I was trying to look at it to see maybe what kind of game it is, and doesn't really give you much to go by. So I'm kind of clueless as to what kind of game this is. But there again, it was like another $6 or $7 game, so wound up getting this. And then I also got the Space Hulk extension. So I'm assuming it's basically the same game, but just a newer one. So I could be wrong. I don't know. I found this collection right here, the SteamWorld collection that has SteamWorld Heist and SteamWorld Dig. You know, those are pretty good, fun games. You know, they were on the PlayStation Network at one. You know, you can get them there, and they finally released them on physical copies. So this was another $7 or $8 game. So you know, like I said, I don't see this often, so I went in and scooped it up. Next up is a new game that kind of came out here recently, is Subnautica. I was kind of waiting for this game to be used or whatever, but, you know, it doesn't really seem like it's too popular. So I wound up just getting a new one. But for $30, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't seem too bad. It seems like it's a pretty cool game. So I definitely want to try this at some point. Might look really good on my 4K TV. Another one I picked up is Super Dungeon Bros. Just the name alone is like Super Dungeon Bros. That's, you know what I'm saying, that's a game that you have to get, whether it's good or not. Wasn't too much, like maybe $10 or $11, something like that. Wasn't too bad. But yeah, Super Dungeon Bros. Next game I picked up was Thief. Here's another title that I don't really see too often in my stores here. I had this at one point, got about halfway through with it, trying to get the platinum on it, and wound up just kind of stopping and playing something else. But I'll go back to it now and try to finish it up. It's a decent game. It's not the greatest, but, you know, for like $7 or $8 that I paid for it now, you know, it is what it is. Next up is Troll and Die. I see this game all the time. You know, it's super cheap. You know, it's less than $10. And it's a platformer. You know, sometimes I just like playing games like this just to kind of get away from all the mature-ready games. But, you know, I'll check it out. I mean, it could be great. It could be shit, you know. I don't know. If you've played this, you know, let me know. Let me know how it is. All right, let me see if I can pronounce this right. Valtharian Art? Valtharian? The Hero School Story? I have no clue what this is. It looks like it's an RPG. You know, I've been getting into a lot of RPGs here lately. You know, those games always seem to, you know, really hold a lot of value for what you're getting. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. It looks nice and colorful. I'll check it out and see how it is. Next up, we have Wasteland 2, the director's cut. Had a few friends that were playing this. It was all right, not too bad. So, you know, this was like $7 or $8 again. So, I mean, wound up getting that. And, yeah, I mean, I'll give it a go. If not, you know, it's filler for my collection. Another game here that I got that I've been wanting for a while. You know, it was released on PS3, and then they remastered it on PS4. That is the Witch and the 100 Knight, the Revival Edition. I definitely never see this game in my GameStop, so I had to wind up getting this one on eBay. It is still sealed, brand new. Got this one for $25, I believe it was. I see them on there going for like $30 and $40. Not sure if they're actually selling for that, but you know, people are trying to get that for that. It's another NIS game. So, you know, definitely had to get this, you know, before it gets too late and it starts getting ridiculous. But yeah, The Witch and the 100 Knight. And then to follow that, I also got part 2 as well. You know, I figured if I was going to buy, you know, the first part, go ahead and get the second one as well. This one was used, but it's fine. I mean, there was other ones on there that were sealed, you know, brand new, but they were more. So, you know, I wound up just getting this one. Next game I have is The World of Final Fantasy. I figured I'd give this a go and see how it is. You know, it looks kind of cool with the, you know, the way it is, how you put the little, I don't want to say creatures, but maybe like the little, you know, the people or whatever on top of you and use their abilities to fight with, and you can kind of interchange them in and out. Looks really cool, so I'll definitely try that. Next game is another Sedesco game, Woopo, the special edition. I tell you, I don't know what it is about these Sedesco games. You know, they always have kind of crazy looking covers and just weird names and something that you wouldn't usually see. But yeah, Woopo. We're almost done, guys. 2 weeks ago, GameStop had these games on sale, so I was like, you know what? Now it's time to pull the trigger on them and scoop them up. But I got Yakuza 0. You know, I've heard great things about the whole Yakuza series, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and start getting them. But yeah, we got Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami 1. You know, it's got the you know, the slip cover and all that. Yakuza Kiwami 2. You know, it's got the slip cover. Now, this one wasn't on sale. I actually got this one used, but the other two, 1 and 0, both of those were, I believe, $20. And then they had 6, Yakuza 6, the Song of Life. It's still sealed. It's the Essence of Art edition. This one was also $20. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get them. So I've heard they're really good. And the last game that I got was Yooka-Laylee, you know, another platformer. I've been kind of looking for this one too. And sometimes I decide to get it, and sometimes I wouldn't. Sometimes I just put it back. I'd have it in my hand, but I finally went in and just got it. You know, it's another platforming game. So I'll definitely give this one a try and see how it is. And yeah, you know, so these are all my pickups, guys. I think it was a total of 56 games that I've gotten in the past 2 weeks. You know, it's a pretty good bit of games. Use some tax money on them, use some, you know, some paycheck money, whatever. And, you know, all I play is PS4. So, you know, I focus all my attention to one and buy all these games for that. You know, thankfully I don't have all these other systems where I have to try to, you know, rotate around which games I'm buying for which system and all that mess. I just buy for PS4. I love PS4. I always will and always have and always will. But yeah, you know, I want to thank you for tuning in, you know, checking out my episode 1 pickups. I'm going to try to do these videos maybe like once every 2 weeks, you know, because I only really get a chance on the weekends to go game hunting or, you know, stuff like that, or unless I order on eBay. But You know, I'm gonna try to make the videos of my pickups, you know, maybe, you know, like every 2 weeks, or if I don't really have something, you know, a lot to show, then I might just maybe do, you know, like a monthly pickup. So that way, you know, I can have more games to show you at one time. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If you're new to, you know, if you're new to the channel, you know, please go back and, you know, watch my collection videos. I had to kind of split it into 2 parts. It was just too long. I didn't realize that my camera cut off. Well, it didn't really cut off, but it started another segment. So one video is like 30 something minutes. The other video is like 20 something minutes. And yeah, it is what it is, but it's labeled, you know, part 1, part 2. If you like what you see though, you know what I'm saying, you know, give me a thumbs up, you know, hit that like button, you know, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you like, you know, let me know some more games out there that maybe I might need to go check out. You know what I'm saying? I'm always open to suggestions. And with that, guys, I'm SPT Killerwood. I'll see you next time.